What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kevin Polite, Beauty in the City. We're in the house again. Once again, everyone. Hey, I got a special edition coming on right now. Stay tuned. This is a sudden event. I need everybody just to pay attention to, just to gain a couple of knowledge real quick, man. See you soon. Give me a second. All right, it's me and Dream in the house, man. I gotta let everyone know I missed the part event. It really hurts me because I motivate everyone to try to better themselves every day, better themselves by reading, hearing other people speak on other topics about stuff that they don't know about, but they want to know about. It's one of those events, man. I just hate that I missed. But what's up, Dream?
What up, man? Pleasure to be here. Finally, instead of behind the scenes and being on the other side, I get to be a guest on the show.
And you got the nice screen in the background, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's one of those things. Hey, so where'd you go?
ATL, shorty.
Shout out to my peoples in Georgia.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some Southern hospitality?
Atlanta's different, man.
There's a lot of things different over there.
Atlanta, one thing I say about Atlanta is if anybody's trying to figure out why, we as a people, African Americans, even Spanish, they're doing very well too in Atlanta, is I believe that it still has the heartbeat of Dr. Martin Luther King vibrating through that whole city.
Yeah.
And how do you not have, so that means 3 to 4 decades ago, and that's not that far, that their great-grandfather was Dr. Martin Luther King, so they taught them how to come together. And so a lot of people in Atlanta, they get it.
Yes.
Come together, you could be way more powerful. And, they're afraid of when people come together because they know they're powerful when they do that. And a lot of cities still don't get that, but Atlanta definitely, shout out to y'all for showing us so much love, man.
Hey, bro. Atlanta is a whole nother world.
No, real talk.
It's a whole nother, everybody's black, bro.
Yeah, here's a crazy thing. So shout out, he from Eric Town, he from Detroit.
Okay.
I got a couple buddies from Jersey, got a couple buddies from New York, got a couple buddies from Vegas, Nevada. I got some people from all over, but they continuously are doing the events in Atlanta.
For some reason.
For some ironic reason.
Not LA, not
I think
New York, not their own
You
town.
think your own home city.
Right.
No, man, they joint in Atlanta.
Man, so talk about, you went to the A, so what was the purpose of you going to Atlanta?
So 2019 was a very hard year for me because I went through a transition in my life where I wanted God to, I felt like I needed to take it to another level, but I was kind of like, I had to make some very powerful decisions, and I needed some confirmations, and God gave it to me. That's a crazy story in itself, but I got certified with Dr. Eric Thomas in 2019.
Yeah.
I got the answers that God told me to do. I flew back and forth to Atlanta to get certified, add the certification in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sleepers for Suckers, David Shantz. We was up in there and just, had a program called the Game Changers as a speaker.
Yeah. So you talking about Eric Thomas?
Eric Thomas.
Okay. So where'd you go?
I went to Atlanta for the speakers conference in 2019, and just this past weekend,
Okay.
I went to the Next Level Speakers Conference, which is a merge. They just merged with Jeremy Anderson and merged with Eric Thomas.
Right.
And now the speakers conference, they merged together. So Jeremy was doing his own thing, E.T. was doing his own thing, but Jeremy was, took it to another level on the pilot. Like, he polished it up.
So they got two different styles.
Two styles, but similar because it's hard not to take mannerisms from E.T. Being around E.T. So Jeremy and E.T. been knowing each other.
Nobody would collaborate if it didn't have this. So what's the difference between their two styles? Again, nobody collaborates. If you had vinegar and vinegar and still become vinegar?
I think structure. So E is what I would say water.
Okay.
And Jeremy is a glass.
So it's more, if you had,
Jeremy is the glass, is the shape of the glass. E is water, and he will take shape of whatever glass it in. But Jeremy just has a really nice, solid glass, and he put his water into that glass, and now I got a dope ice cold water glass of water.
so was he first and the other person was last? Or was it like day one, day two, and then collaborate?
He is definitely the OG.
Okay.
So without
So describe the whole, not necessarily the message, but the timeline. So what day you went on? The first day was what day?
So first day was Friday.
Friday?
3-day event.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So what's crazy is, man, Friday, shout out to Dallas Fort Worth Airport, bro. I mean, I'm on layover after layover after layover. So I'm like, man, what's it's the enemy trying to.
Oh yeah. Delays
I was at the airport for probably 5 hours. I pretty much missed all of Friday. But here's the blessing. Soon as I walked to the hotel on Peachtree, I walk in and I heard somebody say, "Hey, baby," and it was Eric Thomas' mama.
Wow.
And she said, "There go my baby. I miss your dream." She gave me a big hug.
Yeah.
I took a picture of her, put on my social media, but so that made me feel better. Cause I was just pissed.
So you know, like Eric Thomas, like he knows you as
That's broke.
Dream. Like if it was a lineup and it's there's my boy Dream
Yeah, that's broke.
and his mom.
Yeah, that's mom.
Hey,
That's mama. I mean, mama come down here anytime. I never used that pass, but she was like, "Baby, anytime you need me come down there, we close." Like, I've been knowing E since 13, so he helped me in a very dark hour of my life, and I lost my mother.
yeah.
So
Oh, that's love. That's love.
yeah.
That definitely how to correct your mentality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know something I've never witnessed or went through anything like that. Or shout out to my mom and shout out all to the mothers out there. But I don't know how it feels to lose a mother.
It's a pain, but I don't wish on nobody.
Right. And to go through something like that, you've got to have some type of go-to person.
Yeah, and here's the thing, bro. This is why this is so important at what you're doing. I didn't know E at that second. But when I cried out on Facebook, and I put it out on Facebook, I said, how does anybody deal with this type of pain?
Right.
And somebody shot me his video. And it was a video of him. And the video was, it's called The Guru Story by Eric Thomas. And basically, that's his message. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then and only then you'll be successful. So he's talking about, if you want to be successful, you got to understand how to endure the pain.
Yeah.
Endure the pain. Like, it's painful, but I think anybody who has ever lost anybody, we all know that the pain does not go away. If somebody said they did, they're delusional, in my opinion. But God lets you and helps you understand how to deal with the pain. And I didn't understand how to deal with the pain until I met bro. And I met him by God. Like, I never met him at a conference. I didn't mean like that. No, I met him. God set that up. I had a black car service, a limousine party bus business at that time. Been studying ET for like 4 months. I'm just looking at all the videos. I needed the videos like I needed oxygen because I was in so much pain. 3 o'clock in the morning, you can't call nobody.
Yeah.
But God, and hopefully you can watch something that just gets, okay. So you're trying to get out.
Nobody answer the phone.
Nobody.
Nobody answer the phone.
Yeah, and so, I'm looking at these videos, and I promise you, like 4 months later, I get a text message saying, "Hey, Mr. Dream, we have a pickup in, I want to say Tyler, Texas, and if you could pick this guy up, he's a high-profile client of ours, and pick him up." I said, "Cool, I'll call you in a minute." I was in a meeting. Called about 32 minutes after that. Called him. I said, "Yeah, I'll do send me the information on the client." And I'm still in the meeting because we took a break. We go back to the break. I go down to my phone. It said, "Client, Eric Thomas, phone number pickup address. Now, first of all, it's not like it's some other Eric Thomases, so let's not get too crunk. So that's why,
like the Michael Jordan commercial.
right. So let me verify, right? So I called,
Michael Jordan.
right. I called, and I asked the secretary that sent it to me, and she didn't know of him like that.
Right.
And then she was like, "Well, hold on, let me see. I think he's like a motivational speaker." I said, I said, "Okay, cool, hung up," and they never called him a top mail.
Yeah.
Because they want nothing to mess up. That's how me and E.T. met.
That's cool.
But God brought us together as brothers, and he's a force right now. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's just something about bro. He's just one of those. He's a goat.
Yeah.
He's a goat, bro. I mean, you can't take it away from him.
Man, shout out to Eric Thomas.
Yeah, he's a whole force, bro. Like, bro, everybody.
I watch videos. I've seen him change people's lives. I've seen him change people's mindset. I've seen him, just do what he had to do, but just by his words, man. And it's, to be a motivational speaker, it's a lot, man. You can't. I mean, even motivational speakers go through things. You know what I'm saying? And they have to have that mentality to say, "Hey, people are watching me, man. I gotta be that person." And as a leader, I mean, that's like, what do you think is higher, a leader or a motivational speaker? I mean, that's like a double almost.
I think both,
because you got leaders watching you.
Yeah, I think they're both in the same. It's going to be hard to be a leader without being able to have the ability to, motivate people, such as yourself. You're a leader and you're motivated. You're probably motivational. Speak to the people at your spot all the time to keep their head up.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about motivation. Like I really believe that people underestimate the importance of motivation. Well, I needed motivation like it was medicine. Here's the thing, motivation is what's going to wake you up in the morning so you can push. So you got to get up. Sometimes people don't want to get up, so they stay stuck. But if you have somebody that's going to help you push you, give you that counsel to help you look at it from a different lens, like in my studio right now, we're shooting with 3 different lenses. Every one of them have a different type of look.
Yeah.
So it's a bit depending on which profile is going to get. One lens can do this, one lens is this, one lens is the wide.
Right.
And so how we look at it, how we look at something will determine how we can process it. And so if you look at something differently, you're able to look at stuff differently than other people. Like I just heard you on your live, you said something powerful. You said, "Listen, I'm gonna keep pushing and I'm gonna grab another business. And if this business fail, great. I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna go open up another business." A lot of people can't. That's a different lens.
How do you think people can actually say that? Like that was a friend like that. I was a coach now. That was just fresh off the dome. And it's like my inner genes. Like, I don't know. Can people, you asked me that question. Is that self-taught? Or is that something that, let me ask you the question. For all those who always get interviewed by Dream, motivates, Dream, is entrepreneurship self-taught? Or is it in their body? It's already in the system, already injected from the date of birth.
You know what? I'm glad you asked me that because I asked that question for data, because out of the survey says that it is in your DNA, and I believe that. It's just something that was in Kevin Polite that was able for him to endure the pressure of running a multi-million-dollar corporation, plus open his own beginning of a multi-million-dollar corporation as a beauty supply owner. A lot of people can't take that pressure. The rubber band works only if you stretch it, and the farther you stretch it, the farther it goes.
Yeah.
So you're stretching yourself, which is powerful, and everybody can't take that. Therefore, how do you teach that? No, that was embedded in your DNA, bro.
Wow. I'm gonna go. Since you're there, I'm gonna go back to your trip. But since we're already close to the question I already had saved in my mind, as an entrepreneur, I know a lot of people have gone through this. I've been down before mentally, physically, spiritually. What are some things in life that you think that can break an entrepreneur?
So shifting happens in major losses.
Yeah.
Any major loss will break. Any major loss. You talk about, I don't know what the game was when.
Now, is this coming from your heart, or is this coming from coaching?
Come from my heart.
Okay.
Come from my heart and observation of other men, of great men.
Okay.
Great men who are fail because of law. It's hard, bro, to shake that. You shake something like that and you keep punching. You think about that game when Michael Jordan won that thing and he called it the flu game.
He was sick.
He was sick, bro, and smashing through that thing, and he gave out, bro.
I'm so glad I was alive to witness.
Bro, they almost had to just take my man to the hospital.
Yeah.
It still is, but what the will of wanting more out of your life it takes everything out of you, bro. Your mind's how powerful your mind is. So people underestimate how powerful your mind is. Your mind is we don't even understand how to tap in. We're woke per se, but there's still more awakening. You know what I'm saying? So we're still tapping in, but he's able to tap into something. You're able to tap into something. I've been able to tap into something that, you know, whether you had a bad upbringing, you was broke, and you'll never want to go back to that, which that's mine. Like, I'm not going back to that. You know what I'm saying? Or you was abused and you're not going back to that some type of way. Use your pain into your purpose. Some people don't know how to do that. Some people have that pain and they take themselves out.
Right.
And it can break them like that. You lose your mom, your best friend in the world, the woman gave you, the one person you know, no matter what loves you, no matter what, mama gonna be there. You could go rob a whole bank, and mama gonna be like, baby, now what the hell did you do that for? But I still love you.
Yeah.
Who gonna do that?
True. I definitely understand that.
You could post a million posts. You could hit one like coming from mama, guaranteed.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Got that one like.
Shoot. Well, I'm blessed. I'm blessed my mom. So,
yeah, she's beautiful. You saw me in pictures of your mom. Like,
oh yeah.
Shout out to
yeah, shout out to my mom, man. People think she's my sister.
Here's the thing, though, man. For everybody, like, one thing is guaranteed, man, is, you know, we're here and then we're gonna be gone.
Right.
I encourage people to. I know this is tough, but you gotta really put yourself in the perception of today is my last day, because today could be.
Right.
So you need to be, if your mama calling, you need to go to your mom. If you need to take some more pictures, take some videos, take some man, I promise you, I got maybe 2 or 3 videos of my mom, but I got plenty of pictures, and I wish I had more video.
Yeah.
Because now you get to see her talk.
Right.
So just out of nowhere, next time you see your mom, hey, mom, what you talking?
Oh yeah. I thought about that because I saw my mom recently.
It's gonna be weird, but just do it, and you, bro, trust me. Let's do it. Set your phone right there. Make sure the
swatch it.
Yeah, just put the light and make sure the light is good. And mom, don't mind that, and just talk. Just talk and just document that talk, bro. I promise you when I tell you. Thank me later.
Already. And let's go back to Earl Thomas, man. You know, in Atlanta, man. Excuse me, Eric Thomas, man. Hey, yeah, that's a solid correction. Yeah, this is Eric Thomas. So, what you learned? I'm talking the new dream. You went to Atlanta. You're very knowledgeable. I will say that you're very knowledgeable, but you gotta have a takeaway. So, tell me a couple of things that you learned, and what was the solid takeaway?
My takeaway from this was understanding how to bridge motivation and how to bridge faith-based together. That was a very I didn't understand how would that be possible, because I'm always.
Is that good for a business?
It depends on your business.
Is it good for you?
It's great for me because.
How does that motivate you?
Because it gives me hope. It makes me feel better, because sometimes I feel like I don't want to push my beliefs on people.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be, too over the top. I don't want to be, Joel Osteen all day on, people. And
why not?
Well, sometimes it could get uncomfortable for people. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You're not a pastor.
Right.
Pastor.
But sometimes you ever heard somebody, and they can be a little bit over the top with it, like what the Bible said.
Religion.
Yeah, like they just kind of all over. But this was, they let me see a mix of motivation, faith-based, hip-hop-ish, fun, and the biggest word would be structure of how to set this thing up for. Because people ask me all the time, they say, Dream, I need help with profile, because I own a marketing firm, I own a social media company, and I do entrepreneur coaching. So they want coaching to learn how to speak, how to kind of lay out their message, how to deliver their message. So your message is a very important part of you speaking. Everybody's story, understanding how your story is, can be impactful for other people. And everybody's story is not the same. Everybody's story is not the same. And just because you grew up privileged, doesn't mean you have a whack story. Your story is your story. How did what was going on in your house when you was going through were you a privileged kid that you had a lot, but your father was always working, so you didn't have a father in your life, and that took you to another level? So that's a story. Were you like me and you didn't have nothing? Your father walked away from you. That's a story. How do you take that story and help people out through your story? And that's the key. And to be honest with you, it's crazy. You could talk about your accolades all you want, and they'll forget about it, but they'll never forget your story.
Yeah.
They'd be like, man, that one guy, man, he was a manager at this car dealership, and then he opened up a beauty supply. What was his name? See that? Mm-hmm. That happens all the time. They remember car dealership, they remember beauty supply, but they forgot your name.
Yeah.
And they'll remember your story. That's how powerful your story, because your story connects with somebody emotional.
Yeah.
So emotional intelligence teaches us that if you can trigger an emotion, you get a sale.
Yeah.
Anywhere. And you being in sales, you know how to do it. Nobody's do it better than Kev Polite. I see you talking to people every day. You'll tell somebody, girl, I like your hair. Girl, I like this. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Da, 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 da. And they so happy, and the next thing you know, they're driving out in a new Kia.
Yeah. That's it.
And that's connecting. That's emotional intelligence. So they kind of trigger and show you how to do that. But with a lot of us, it's already embedded. Nobody had to teach you. It just makes sense, don't it? To connect with somebody first before you try to come out and just try selling them something.
Right. So was that like the initial conversation piece when they were doing their presentations?
Yeah.
Because they're very both of them.
Yeah.
Are very motivational. I feel them when I listen to both of them.
Yeah. Jeremy's dope.
Jeremy's dope.
Jeremy's dope.
You just hit the airport.
I see Jeremy.
Okay, I saw a picture.
Yeah, I see Jeremy.
Man, shout out to Jeremy, man. So he called himself with the hip hop what?
Eric Thomas is E.T. the hip hop preacher. Jeremy Anderson is Jeremy Anderson.
Okay.
Man, shout out to a lot of people just that are doing phenomenal under Eric Thomas. Is his mentorship.
So where's Eric Thomas live right now?
He has two places in Detroit and L.A. where we broke out him a spot.
How often does he come to Dallas?
Well, no, he's not in L.A. He's in California, I think, in San Diego.
Okay.
But
does he come to Dallas often?
He probably is Dallas. He's outside now. He shut down a little bit after COVID. So 2021, he ain't going nowhere because he didn't know what was going on.
Right.
Nobody could text that, but he came out about 22. And he out 23. Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll come to Dallas maybe 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, I mean, I promise myself next time he ever comes back out, Atlanta, Houston, Chicago, New York.
Yeah,
I gotta see it.
Listen, so I don't know. Matter of fact, I'll plug you in with some stuff and I'll introduce you.
Yeah, I mean, I I'm not saying I am that guy, but I do have an inner energy to make sure other people do well, and so that's me saying words that I don't even think that I'm motivating, but I am motivating somebody. I'm so blessed, and I don't know how my mom and how I got this gene, but I really care for people to do well, man. I mean, I don't want people to do bad, even when things go wrong for me. I always encourage people to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, man, because I'm not gonna die, lonely. I'm gonna try dying being rich. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so it's although you can't bring it with you when you pass away, but at the same time, I'm not going to die well, I'm gonna try and knock on wood, but I'm not gonna die not being that guy saying, man, he was a loser. Nobody.
You know what? I'll give you this, and this is the most powerful thing that anybody could tell anybody, in my opinion. Number one, understand how important it is that you're here. You know, because even on the biological tip, you know, we're big boys and girls. We understand that when you were conceived, you was competing against 400 million sperm.
Yeah.
You was chosen.
And I won.
You won, bro. and that's crazy to laugh at.
Oh, yeah, it's real.
But that's the significance of you made it, right?
Yeah.
And then, so that's you here, and then figure out why you here.
Yeah.
Right?
Purpose.
The purpose.
Yeah.
And so
what you started is a purpose. He's actually like the actual real reason of the reason of the purpose. And because a purpose can always be there, but it's actual execution.
Exactly. And that right there is when, you know, when I left, the takeaway was come back home and create the Amp Your Purpose program.
So have you discovered your purpose?
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I put a program around it. So I'm actually selecting that. I'm bringing people in. They go get into the program to package themselves up right. There's so many people that all I got to do is take your story. So what we do is we'll take your story, we'll bring you in reels, we'll create your website, do your brand kit, and we actually put you on your first stage. So it looks, you know, put that whole reel together, package up, do an electronic press kit for you, all in-house, and send it out so you can start talking and make money from speaking.
Sole purpose.
Purpose.
Man, I'm telling you, like, when you talk about purpose, like, okay, I never asked you this. What is your mindset definition of purpose?
Your purpose is the sole reason why you were born. And some people
existing,
not existing.
Lord, living. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people exist, but not a lot of people live.
Do you believe you're still alive because your task from God is not completed?
Absolutely. You know, we could talk about, I know you're about to have a commercial break, but I've had some.
It's too deep. Yeah, just give me a second, man. Okay. Hey, man. Thanks for thank you so much for continuing listening to Beauty in the City, y'all. We got a special edition today, man. I just had to make sure everybody knows what Dream has gone through and witnessed. I've got to pick his brain, man. That's the only reason why I have him as a guest right now. Please don't touch that dial. Please continue listening. Beauty in the City. Let's go. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kevin Polite back at it at Beauty in the City, an executive program that everyone needs to pay attention. Man, you know, everyone that's an entrepreneur that's listening has always thought about things that could go right and things that also could go wrong. But man, the last we just discussed is about our actual soul purpose in life. Yeah. And that is like, you know, it's an ongoing thing, because the thing is, you know, when you think you find your soul purpose and you end up finding something new to come up with that's to consider your soul purpose, man, I don't know, man. I mean, it's one of those things. To me personally, I think, and again, we did just say, you also agreed that God allows you to stay alive.
Yeah.
because there's more things in his life that has to be completed.
Definitely, I had a near-death experience, so I don't talk about it a lot. But
I got
yeah, no, I got misidentified one time. I at a place I shouldn't have been. I don't know why I was there.
Yeah.
I don't know who these boys thought I was. And they shot up my partner's car. I drove, I seen they was trying to come at me. I was like 16, and I dumped out to the car, and I burnt out because I knew they was trying to come at me. I knew it, bro. And next thing I know, I heard somebody say, "Watch out!" And all I heard was, "Bah, bah, 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 bah." And the glass was shattered all over the place. And I remember talking in the hood. You talk to your partners, and they be like, they talk about getting shot. So if somebody got shot, they'll tell you how it feels when you get shot. And the first thing I remember, they say you don't feel it at first.
Yeah.
So real talk, I think I'm shot.
Yeah.
Man, I'm shaking. I pulled over. Police pulled me over. I got like 6 squad cars around me. Ambulance came out. They told me don't move. They rolled me out. They cut my shirt open.
Yeah.
And the guy looked at me. The ambulance looked at me. The director from the paramedics looked at me. Everybody circled around me, just like you could see, like, just like the shock because all the bullet holes.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, so you've been shot?
None of the bullets hit me.
Really?
None of. And I remember that day, the guy told me, "Oh God, you must be meant to be here. I've never seen nothing like this before." Every one of those, but I don't never talk about it. It was Trump. I was scared to go out. I mean, because first of all, I don't know who these people was. So I didn't go out for like a whole year. Like, yo, I'm terrified. I'm traumatized.
It's not funny, but I mean, like, wow, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm shocked right now.
You seen this car? The guy told me, he said, listen, the forensics, because they're trying to find this guy, who was shooting at me.
Yeah.
They said if I would have went a centimeter up front or a centimeter behind, if I was like just a little bit right here or a little bit right here,
yeah,
I would have got hit in the head.
Yeah.
If I was just a little bit or right here. But
yeah, you got a purpose.
Yeah. And I didn't know what my purpose was at that second.
Yeah.
But God had, something for me. It said something better.
Boy.
And, now I'm in a situation where I understand my purpose. And when I see people that are trying to find their purpose, I want to amplify their purpose. Dream motivates comes from, me telling people telling me what their dreams do, they want to do.
Yeah. And
I motivate them to, for to help them pursue their dream.
That's cool.
And I've been doing that for a minute now. So, that's a great day to figure that part out. A lot of people go to the grave without pursuing their purpose. Yeah. And that's sad.
Yeah.
Because they're scared. They're scared that they don't know. If you're working at a job, you secure 24 years, 28 years, you go, you take it to the house just like that,
Yeah.
You didn't pursue it. You wanted to, but you were scared to do it.
Right. I'm telling you, man, there's stuff like that. It's called a reality check.
Yeah.
Those reality checks really kick in. I've got similar situations, but I'm definitely not going to discuss it on this thing because mine is like so real. Like, I mean, it's just, man, I'm just, that turnaround moment was a solid blessing, man. It just made me realize, hey, man, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still here. Yeah. So I got to keep pushing. So, man, I got to go back to, so what was, when you went to Atlanta, you sat down, and you got your seat, knowing you were motivated to learn something. Like, you got to learn something. There's a takeaway, and I know he probably didn't think about this, but it was in my brain. But when I saw you on IG or Facebook or whatever, and I knew that you were already gone on your plane and you're already in Atlanta, I'm like, man, I want to text this dude. I'm not going to text this guy.
Right.
But I keep saying to myself, I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be there. But I know that I'm going to ask him, what did he learn? And that's the main purpose of me having this session with you, because I need to know what you learned. And so far, you told me a lot. But when you were there, was there like a wild situation or maybe a moment where you almost put a tear in your eye?
Absolutely. First of all, when I first walked there and I seen Mama T,
Yeah.
well, I mean, bro, I miss my mama to the fullest.
Yeah.
And she says me encouraging words all the time to be there for me we're on Zoom, we're on text, we're on call. It was COVID. So I haven't seen Mama T in a minute, you know what I'm saying? So to hug her, I mean, we probably hugged for like 3 minutes. That's, if she don't know it. But to be honest with you, I was just pretending I'm holding my mom.
Yeah, the energy went through you.
Yeah, pretend I'm holding my mom. She don't know this to this day.
Yeah.
I have a thing called Moms Don't Quit where, we give away backpacks for school supplies, and I was on Channel 4 News, Fox 4 News for giving away a car. And, my therapy for losing my mom is to give to other mothers. Yeah. Single moms that got left, the child just there and it's tough on them. They be needing help as much as I can. So I can't give them everything that day, of course, but I can be a representative to say, hey, look out for single moms wherever you're at. Pay it forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So was she like a guest speaker?
No, actually.
She's just an intro? Or?
No, actually, Mama T she said, I wanted just to be a student today. Yeah. Because she got her own book. Y'all go buy Eric Thomas' mama's book. It's called The Secret to the Secret of Success. Because Eric Thomas' book is called The Secret of Success. Yeah. Her book is The Secret to the Secret of Success. In other words,
what made that happen? She made that. She did that.
Mama did that.
She motivated.
Right.
Already.
Shout out to Mama.
So what was the moment when you sat down? Because when I listen to some of his stuff online, I go, he said that so perfect.
Yeah.
And it's simple words. It's not like new words in the dictionary or anything like that. He used regular English words.
Yeah.
Well, what message did he give you or display to the public that gave you chills and almost made you put a tear in your eye?
The essence of time.
What do you mean?
So understanding how valuable time is, you know what I'm saying? To not procrastinate on your dream and your passion, to most definitely go after it and do it scared, but don't not do it. Fear is what keeps people from doing it. Shout out to Valerie Bell. She's up in here. Yeah. We've had this conversation plenty of times of,
she's next.
Oh, yes.
She's next.
But, being an entrepreneur, you're scared of the unknown. She opened up her own school. We give her a plug on that. That's scary. You don't know what to do, but God did. And you got the guy will order. It's not our job to understand how. It's our job to put the 1 foot forward and keep pushing.
Yeah.
And so that is the biggest takeaway for me, to do it scared, do it, trust God with everything that you have and push forward. That's why I say the faith piece with what I do is perfect for me, because sometimes I feel like I be too God in people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God do this, God help you. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I hope I don't, push it too hard on it. But I don't know how I would have walked out that car, away from that car without God. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest takeaway. Now, there was some technical things that I've learned, and that's why I'm creating this program, Amp Your Purpose program for speakers. But putting the guide in, I was like, man, how do you make this cool and understanding for people so they can feel it? And man, definitely, Jeremy and man, I appreciate that, because that's something I needed, the structure. So I'm good on motivation, I'm good on speaking, and praise God. You never really got a chance to see me rock a stage, but I don't know, it's almost, I call it the Michael Jackson effect. You ever see Michael when he talk? Oh, yeah. And then he get on stage and another dude, it's like that, right? So, but the structure behind how to lay that thing up to help people systematically, because a person that doesn't have structure, you got to figure out how to do structure. Like you have salespeople, you have people that work at your store, you have a manager at your store. That's a structure, but sometimes you got to sharpen those people up. You know what I'm saying? Or get rid of somebody.
So when you talk amongst other people, I mean, because you consider yourself a motivational speaker, correct?
Correct.
we talk, and this is not out of text from your certification. I need to know from your real brain, from the University of Dream.
Yeah.
What is the key to keeping your audience, how I say, not necessarily bored, but how do you keep their attention? What is the key technique? I have my own way. You know, I've been trained. I mean, I know how to train people amongst them. I could talk amongst thousands. If I was on live TV or talking right next to the president, I really think I could nail it.
Yeah.
But what is the key thing for any motivational speaker or speaker to keep their audience on point?
I would say the number one thing is to stay in tune. You know, when you walk into a room, you don't know what room you're walking into. You could walk into a room of really hype people, and now you know the level you at. You can walk into a room full of very conservative people.
How to keep
very snooty.
You know how easy it is to just whatever.
Yeah.
Get on your phone.
You're on your phone. You know how easy it is to do this.
So what is the key to making sure that all eyes on you?
You snatch them. I call it the snatch campaign.
Okay.
So you snatch them. So when you walk in, if you see people that is not, you know, they all, you know, they're defensive. They got their arms folded.
Yeah.
You know, you might snatch. You might use an example of somebody. And that's what I do all the time. I use somebody an example. I remember I went to Val school, and it was one of the kids way at the top.
Oh, Val got a whole other question. Because I know for a fact, you got to figure out how to get these people's attention because they got a test.
Yeah,
and you're a reflection of that test.
My man was at the top, all like talking it up.
Yeah.
I called him out. Tell him come on down here. And I blessed him too.
Wow.
But see, now they're seeing me call him out. Now I'm talking to him, but I'm really talking to everybody else.
Wow.
And so now I got your attention. So sometimes you got to go to the extreme. Sometimes you go and hit them with the comedy. Sometimes you go and hit them with the... But every room is like a quarterback. When a quarterback sits down and says, hey, he don't know what's coming. Is it a blitz? Is my man going to be open? Am I fit to get hit from the side? But as long as you're aware... So my mind is going a million miles an hour while I'm in the room. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm going in because I see she's locked in with me. So I'm locking in with her. I'm locking in with him. I'm calling you out of the back. And then I'm shutting you all down because now guess what? I got your attention.
So is that taught?
Nah. That's one thing I feel like, remember I said, some of these are your gifts. Your gifts will make room for you. But unfortunately, some of the stuff, and in my opinion, is just God-given.
Yeah.
I can identify with people in the room. I don't care where you came from or who you think you are. You're not bigger than God.
True.
So we understand. Like I'm not trying to be bigger than God either, but I know who He is.
Man, I'm going to discuss. So I'm going to say this. You know, I wanted to save it for her show, but I'm going to discuss it on both panels. Okay. Let me tell you one thing. To me, to gain everyone's attention, like when this is 2023/2024, okay, the technology world is crazy. Everyone is lonely. They have to, the cell phone, the entertainment world, when you wake up in the morning, that's why the key time to post stuff for marketing is in the morning. When you first wake up, they go, man, what the heck? First, they look at their phone and see what time it is and make sure they didn't, oversleep. They don't look at their alarm clock next to their bed because they don't even exist anymore. The cell phone charge is next to the bed.
Correct.
So they go to their phone. Oh, okay, yeah, cool, my alarm. Because like me, I have a body internal alarm. I seem to wake up at either 6:45 or 7 o'clock. Regardless of what I did last night, I could have had no sleep, little sleep. Boom, I'm up 7 in the morning. It's just, I don't know. I'm just getting old. But anyways, they open up their phone. It's the first thing that they do. Okay, they open up their phone. For some reason, if you're at a certain age, and this is, I'm not saying everyone is like this, but at a certain age, they tend to push that little blue F button called Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or some type of social media app. They push it real quick just to see what's the upcoming thing. And whoever wins to put the thing for media, wins, who does it at the right time, that person wins. Hopefully, Trade Media, you see Unique Image Beauty Supply, that'd be great.
That's right.
But anyways, everyone tends to look at their phones, man. Everyone's bored. And it's crazy. I don't even know what our society's going to be another 10, 20 years from now, man. I mean, it's just, it's not necessarily sad. And I had a thought, and you said something, man. The way our society is, it's just how it's so different. I'm going to think on it maybe on my next show. But, man, what I'm getting is, in order to have a congregational group of people to stay engaged, I think it's 3 things. And this is how you do a presentation, okay? You demonstrate, you drill, and then you discuss. Mm-hmm. When I say by demonstrate, they got to see you acting. You got to show exactly what they want to do. Just the pillow opens like this. It's the greatest thing ever. Mm-hmm. You guys do it. Everyone's participating. You know, they're talking. And then once everybody is did the drill, everybody talks about how they felt about it. They discuss it. So demonstrate, drill, discuss is, to me, my presentation on how I keep people's identity straight, keep their attention going. They interact. You want to be engaged, because if you lose the engagement, if that main player in the classroom is not being engaged, why am I engaged? Yeah. You know, it's just part of it. It's all psychological. When one person asks a question, the other person can ask a question, that everybody's engaged. It's all about engagement. So demonstrate, drill, and discuss. Yeah. That's my take on, but I was trained on that.
I like that.
From Van Training School. I mean, that's like almost as good as you get in the car industry, man. I mean, it's just one of those things. But demonstrate, drill, discuss, and once everybody's engaged, you got a message. Mm-hmm. And once that message, the key is that when they walk out that room, I remember when KP said this, or I remember when Dream said this, it's saved. So it's just like the stuff that you're saying right now. I remember when you said this. That's the ultimate goal of any type of presentation, man. And so that's strong. I hope you always remember that for the rest of your life.
Facts, but once you get it's gonna take you to which room. If you're in a room full of car dealerships and people in the sales industry, that's gonna work. But if you're in a room with the conservatives, that may or may not work. But the number one thing is connecting with your story.
Absolutely.
You connecting with your story. After that, and the rest, you got me. Mm-hmm. And now I got you. Okay, you're not
with logic.
Right. You're not Superman. You do know what kryptonite is.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So anybody trying to hear this, and that, look at me now. No, okay, you were this, but now how'd you get that? I need to know that. How do you get through that? You know what I'm saying? So that framework, absolutely right. I love what you just said. But like I said, it's in the element. You might have to take that into a room, and that play might not work.
Right.
You might take it to, you got to know what plays, know what room.
Oh, curveballs come all the time.
It's coming.
Yeah, you got to hit and get back on track.
Yeah,
but you're good enough to go back on track.
Why somebody, man, I remember about in that room, after I was finished, a couple of the people that was in there, I seen them cry. I seen some teachers crying because I told them my story.
Yeah.
Now, okay, gotcha. Now we get to say, it wasn't always like this. It was like that. And if you don't want that, you better act right. Go in and get your license. Be a cosmetologist. Get your paper and get up out of your situation. You know what I'm saying? I met somebody the other day, had a $5,000 purse, but shorty didn't have $40 in her pocket. That's sickening. And a $5,000 purse, real joint, but didn't have no bread in the purse. That is not where we at as a people. We need to stop that right there. Stop faking. That's not cool right there.
Yeah. It's the social media, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, man, that brain, your mind, the mindset is like totally different. Yeah. Bro. But hey, I'm gonna take advantage of today's society. Shoot, if you gotta wake up early in the morning, look at your phone. Shoot, hopefully wake up early in the morning, you gotta get some beauty supply products, or you need beauty supply.
There you go.
That'd be the greatest thing ever. Yeah. So I've been blessed so far, but we got more to come.
But imagine this. Imagine identifying your purpose in life, right? So we woke up and just I know where he said, wow, this is why I was supposed to be here. Then that's a signal. So that's you. But you in one world and one room, and that's just you. But then somebody plugs an amplifier to your signal to make your signal louder, so people can see you at your best, greatest light, and you can present your message better than anybody else. And that's what the Amp Your Purpose program is. And I came up with that on the way out on the plane in Atlanta.
Really?
Came down with it. I got it written right.
And can I tell you one other thing? In your program, you got to figure out a way how to tell these kids, not necessarily kids, young adults, how to try to seek their purpose before the purpose is too late when they discover when they're behind bars.
Man, nah, real talk. I
know a lot of smart people that are geniuses.
Yeah,
they're behind bars right now.
Man, shout out to Snowfall, bro. You ever watch Snowfall? Boy, anybody, yo, dog. I'm telling you right now, bro. If you got Snowfall, not snowballs. Snowfall, and it's the real. It's a documentary. It's a movie. It's a show, but it's based on the real Rick Ross. It's a show, but it feels like a movie. It's like feels like an all-gone wolf, right? But it's a documentary about the real Rick Ross.
Oh, I have seen that. You
seen all of it?
No, it's consecutive. There's a whole bunch of
It's a 6-season joint, but my man very intelligent poured the wrong product.
Man.
And you're right about that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to live life while you're living.
While you're living, not when the reality check is too hard.
Yeah. And
I had to get a reality check, but mine's a soft blow.
See, my thing is this. Even with you as my client, and I can't wait till the day it happens. Like I tell people all the time, I say, man, listen, imagine Beyonce driving in an Uber and just singing to the people that are coming into the Uber. Just imagine if she just never had the belief or the father to push her to who she is right now.
Yeah.
The thing about it is we have limited beliefs. If you truly believed, we would do what God said in the walk on water. And that's scary because when my man was walking on water, what happened was he got distracted. Which means he looked the other way. But as long as he was looking at the Father, right? He was walking. As soon as he got distracted, I think it was wind or something.
Exactly.
Another. And then Jesus brought him back up. And I feel like that's just like he's just saying that in the world right now, if you just trust God and believe, focus on it, you have the same 24 hours in a day to anybody else. What are you doing in those 24 hours? Are you at another spot that is not valuing for your greatness? Or you could be doing your own thing. Now that's scary.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You don't have a crystal ball.
Right.
You know, like if somebody says, Kevin Blight, if you leave your spot today, we guarantee you $1 million. And this is a sign. It has your bank account routing number. You'll leave tomorrow. Why would you stay?
Yeah.
But see, that's the scary part. And that's why I try to get people to understand if you have the belief system and the system. So a lot of people now, at first I could be like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do this. And I necessarily didn't have the system. Now I got the system. Yeah. And that's what I got from that lot.
Yeah. That's strong, bro.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Dre, man. Go to the A, man. I can't wait till I get the next message.
Let's go.
But man, I'm serious when I say this. Your purpose is everything. The crazy thing is a lot of y'all know your purpose right now, and you just seem to not have guidance to how to get to that purpose.
Yeah.
Pray about it. Talk to it to amongst others that you trust, and don't tell everyone about what you have going on, because the last thing you want, and this will happen, when you tell someone or tell too many people, you have people who have doubts. They'll go, yeah, right. I'm telling you, I am certain that Barack Obama didn't think he was going to be the president of the United States of America when he was a little kid.
So,
but he ended up being the president of the United States of America.
That's a privilege.
He was motivated.
Yeah.
He had people behind him. He had a team.
Yeah.
So for those who do not know the purpose, or if you do have already discovered your purpose, figure out how to execute. Execution is probably the hardest thing about amongst everything. I have people that call me often and say, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? I'm telling you, I have no doubts in my mind to give any person any type of advice that I am aware of. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm not the dumbest person in the world. I tell everybody that right now. But if there's something I could tell you that are facts, I'll steer you to the right direction so that you don't have to lose money like I did.
Yeah.
So I am still, to me, I feel that my purpose in life is to help and motivate and teach and train other people to do better. That is like my solid successor. If I see someone that came underneath me, and I'm live right now, I've got a guy that sold cars, got promoted, now he's a sales manager, and a lot of things that my verbiage comes out his mouth. The things that I would have thought about comes out his mouth. Yeah. That means a lot to me, man. You know, and so if I can help others succeed, and that person could train the next person and the next person and the next person, that's not even, that's past a leader. That's like more of a legendary. That's legend.
No, that's dope.
You know, and so all in all, mentorship. Yeah. If you have a purpose, man, don't stop what you're doing. Do not follow all your distractions, man. Beauty in the City is here to help motivate other people, to expose other people in the beauty industry all throughout DFW or in the other bigger cities. We bring them live, and we're live in effect, man. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching, man. I hope y'all learned something today. It's your boy Kevin Polite, along with my boy Dream. Man, we'll see you again, man. Be in the city.
Appreciate you having me, man. And yo, listen, if anybody needs me, hit me at Dream Motivates on anything. I'm on IG, YouTube, and TikTok at Dream Motivates. When you talk to them, if they need a consultation, facts. Say less.
Let's go, man. Holla at y'all. Peace.
Yep.
La